Hey guys, Huzzy here, bringing you another commentary, this time on Xerath mid. Now obviously you can probably straight away see this is the VoD style. If you haven't known already, LoLreplay obviously has been a bit buggy since the new patch, and basically won't let you basically do anything, so I have to do it the VoD style, and recently I've been playing more or less the same champions in solo queue. I did actually play a really good solo queue Renekton last night, but unfortunately I didn't have the stream up, so there is no VoD for it. But yeah, this one's on Xerath. It's in the Bronze Lord Kirby team. I think this was around a week ago when I actually played it, and it's an interesting game. I'm not going to say I played a perfect game because I didn't. There's many things I needed to do better. But basically, we use this Bronze Lord Kirby to team just to test out potential team comps, that type of thing. Obviously, Kirby is not normally our jungler in the main team. Galzaku as the support is. But yeah, we're just seeing the combo between MF and Xerath this game with the Wukong, seeing if that would be a potential, pretty damn good comp. So yeah, that's the reasoning why we picked these, three champions. The Sona combined with that is also good, and the Nautilus, well, Kirby's favorite jungler, or not favorite, his best jungler is Nautilus, so we kind of just told him to, play Nautilus. Now, excuse the chat. Obviously, in these VOD styles, you do see everything in the chat. I think a couple of people were in a bit of a funny mood, so we'll just see how the chat actually goes this game. But that's probably not the main thing to focus on. So we're just going to leash the Wolves for the Nautilus. Bot lane, it's more of a habit now that they actually leash XP from the Wolves, basically to get early level 2, as obviously their lane opponents should be doing the double golems. So there you go, you got MF standing next to the Wolf to get XP, so now he's actually going to be a quarter of the way to the next level, whereas lane opponents were doing the double golems, depending how they share the XP, that would be around a third to the next level. So here's a surprise immediately. We load into the game. Now their team is Rise Kazakhs. I know that for sure. We got, when I tab or something, we'll see the rest of them. But there was a Rise and Kazakhs in their team. So you'd expect Kazakhs top, Rise mid. No, they put the Rise against Wukong and they put the Kazakhs against me, which is pretty arguable if I'm honest. You have to remember that Xerath is one of the most armor intense champions, as his passive gives him armor. And you've got Wukong that has armor pen inbuilt in the champion. So even if Rise builds armor, the Wukong will be shredding it anyway. So if I was these guys, I have no idea why they actually did the swap. I don't think it goes favourable for them, from memory anyway. Now, Xerath is a champion that, I like playing. I picked him up. God, I think I've always had him, but I kind of started playing him when, I saw him in LCS. I think it was Reginald that played him and Link from CLG that played him. And, I thought, that's what I do. I don't watch streams as much now as in professional streams. I watch LCS and that type of thing just to see what the new champion picks are, coming. How do they work well, that type of thing. And when I saw Xerath being picked, I was like, I may as well try him out, see how it is. And it's pretty good. His AoE is insane. Now, since Lysandra's come out, I would actually say that Lysandra might be a pick over Xerath. But still, I think if you're a good Xerath, you can play him at any level. So this lane is going to be relatively hard for me early game because Xerath's mana costs are quite high. And obviously a Kha'Zix can basically do that. As you can see, he's just trying to burst me down as much as he can, trying to bully me. Now this game, I will say, is before the change to Fortitude Potion. This is when Fortitude Potion was still 250. It was a couple days before the patch. So take that into account when in mid lane. Obviously Kha'Zix now, I've played him in solo queue since the change. And his early game is not as strong. Don't get me wrong, it's still strong. You're an AD carry in mid. Oh, not AD carry. You're an AD in mid, so you're always going to be strong early compared to an AP. But yeah, it's not the burst really with the Fortitude Potion that normal people are used to. So I was going to back, but to be honest, I'd probably lose quite a lot of XP and CS if I were to back. And you don't want that early. You want to try and stay in lane as much as you can, or until you have a fair amount of gold to go back with. Now, the thing on Xerath you can actually do is you can delay getting your arm guard because your inbuilt armor is quite high. So you can actually delay that quite a bit. So yeah, just heading back to lane. Kazakh's going down, but obviously I'm really low mana, so I can't really actually do anything right now. If he engages me, I know I'm probably going to survive, so I can literally just run back. Now, some of the spells is something I need to definitely talk about. Alright, I thought I was against Ryze in mid, obviously, and a normal Ryze nowadays takes TP. Simply because his TP gank with Home Guard boots is insane. Obviously, if you've seen Athene, then you'll know that that's how he basically got Diamond. But yeah, that's how he kind of did it. Now I'm going back buying, and I'm getting myself 2 Doran's rings. Now, this is an arguable pickup. So yeah, okay, I do change my mind, which is, thank you, good on myself there. So I do pick up 1 Amp Tome, and I pick up 1 Health Potion. Now, even that isn't really a lot. But it just gives me a little bit more sustain. I didn't need to pick up a mana potion because I've got quite a lot of sustain already. Now, one thing I have to say about Gals as support, obviously he's our normal jungler, but he is amazing at basically staying in the middle of his friendly AD and the enemy team, and he just pokes them like hell. A lot of people don't know how to deal with it. You see it in higher lows, especially with the Sona. She is one of them champions that you should be doing it with. Lulu's another one that you should be doing it with. But yeah, Gals is probably one of the best supports I know. But yeah, he is a main jungle, which he's also very good at. Just returning to mid, obviously just keeping up that farm, and yep, Kha'Zix still hasn't backed. He's still got his Fortitude Potion, and he's level 6, so I do have to be careful of him jumping on me right now. And now, mindset for Xerath is basically, well, Xerath can roam. He's okay at roaming, but you have to remember with Xerath, a lot of his abilities rely on skill shots. So I will say, if you're not comfortable with skill shots on any really mid in lane, do not play Xerath. Literally, only his E, out of his damaging spells, his E is the one that is not a skill shot. Right, we're going in for Kha'Zix right now. Get his flash, get his Fortitude Potion, so overall pretty good. Now, what you've noticed is I E'd him, then missed my Q, but then I could still land my ultimate, and that still gets the stun. It still holds the charge for the stun. So yeah, when you're playing Xerath, just know them little things, that you can combine the E with the R, or, combine the E with the Q, that type of thing. Now, Xerath is he's probably a mid game champion. He's not an early game champion at all. Like, he's not someone that, well, maybe at level 6 you can potentially get a kill with your full combo and ult, but even that doesn't do a lot of damage if you don't have much AP. Like, you saw how much damage I was doing with that full burst on Kha'Zix with a Nautilus helping, and we were still unable to pick up the kill. Yeah, sure, we got his flash and we got his Fortitude Elixir, but on a normal AP, that could probably be a kill. Now, Kha'Zix has gone back, and Question will pick up again. He's gone for the Brutalizer straight away. So that's basically telling me, and if this is something you have to know, is when you're playing games, when your opponents buy a certain item, it tells you things. So this Kha'Zix gone Brutalizer, not Tier. So this Kha'Zix is looking to do stuff now and not later. So immediately you see he's trying to jump on me, trying to get that kill. That I know he's going to do that because he's picked up the Brutalizer. If he were to pick up the Tier, it tells me, yeah, he wants to farm for that late game. He wants to just stack up that Tier. Sure, he'll be aggressive. He's an AD in mid. That's just generally what they do. But he's got that Brutalizer. That's telling me he really wants to go for the kill. So that has changed my mindset about Seeker's Arm Guard. Now, I was not going to get Seeker's Arm Guard until a later stage. I was probably going to get some, Magic Pen quite early. I was probably going to get my Haunting Guys. But as soon as I saw he got a Brutalizer, I did need armor, because he's just going to shred through my passive armor. So I did pick up that early Seeker's Arm Guard compared to, what you normally do on a Xerath. Now, basically, that has changed because Kha'Zix build has changed. I would have probably picked up my Seeker's Arm Guard as soon as he picked up his Brutalizer, which I didn't realise he would pick up the Brutalizer this early. Now, I'm farming up mid. Now, our Nautilus gets trapped. Now, we did actually call out to him that Kha'Zix was leaving and Maokai's in river. So that's just a map awareness problem by our Nautilus. Now, I'm not using it as an excuse or anything, but what you have to remember in this kind of team is the team is called Bronze Lord Kirby. Kirby is a bronze ELO player, and yeah, he's an okay player, but he does deserve to probably be in bronze. He's trying to get in silver as best he can, but he does make quite a lot of mistakes, which you can probably see yourself. No matter what ELO you are, you probably see the occasional mistake. Kha'Zix is trying to jump on me as soon as he's seen that I use E, so well played on his part. He's using that quite clever. But yeah, this team is a very diverse team. At the moment, we have 1 platinum, which is myself. We have 2 golds, which is Gals and Patsy. We have 1 silver up top, and we have 1 bronze lord. Now, one thing I really want to say really quickly, if you manage to get to this video, my main team is looking for a new support. Maybe an AD, but really a support. Unfortunately, our current support has work commitments, so yeah, he has to kind of leave. Now that is terrible play by myself. That would have been easily a kill straight away if I were to just land, two of them ultis. But we still managed to pick up the kill, get a double buff on myself, keep the buffs on the map. So yeah, not terrible. But yeah, I really should have hit all of them ults. But he did pretty good kiting on his part. But yeah, I'm looking for a new support for the team. Criteria, there's not a whole lot. I would just probably ask for minimum around, well, I'd probably ask for around gold, if I'm honest. Platinum would be amazing. If you could be a platinum, that'd be great. English is obviously required. We want someone that is very, not native English, but is comfortable speaking English at the highest level. Like Gals is Swedish, but he's very comfortable speaking English no matter what. But yeah, that's basically what we're looking for. Tournament experience would be, nice. Go for laws, that type of thing. As we may be looking to go into Go for laws again if we do manage to pick up a new support. As currently our old support, kind of our old support, he was unable to play Sundays, so that's why we haven't been really playing Go for laws. Now going back into the match, I've just picked up my, haven't really picked up that much. I've just picked up my boots really. Top lane, bit of a skirmish going on, a lot of CS, so he doesn't really want to engage. He wants to get all that XP and lovely CS. Then I'm returning to mid lane myself. Kha'Zix was again returning. Farming up that mid lane. As you can see, I'm doing okay damage already. Nearly been able to one-shot the wave. Probably around level 11, you start being able to one-shot the back wave and then, another shot for the front. Kha'Zix has again not picked up his tier, so it confuses me a bit. Muramana is a beast item on Kha'Zix. I do think the change was in at this point. I'm pretty sure it was. So yeah, Muramana is a beast item on Kha'Zix. Like, it just gives him so much more damage. Kirby again, he didn't see the Maokai behind him, so he probably does go down. Yep, so that's just map awareness again. So that is basically, you can just see it straight away. You can see differences between a platinum player and a bronze player. It's not always like they do this, do that. It's not that stereotype, but in Kirby's case, he has pretty bad map awareness. The Maokai was behind him, yet he continued to go into their jungle. He just didn't look. So that is one thing he needs to improve on. But yeah, that is basically it. That's the thing he needs to improve on. I think he knows it in himself, but it is hard to improve, I suppose. He doesn't watch streams. He doesn't watch LCS. So it is quite hard to improve when you're basically doing the same thing over and over again. Farming that mid lane, as you can see, I can, fairly comfortable get every CS in the wave now. Just farming up. I'm at 108 CS at 13 minutes, which isn't bad. Could be better, but it isn't terrible. If anything, Xerath should be around that because, he could just stay back and farm, especially against his Kha'Zix. Obviously, I have had to back a little bit more than I would have liked. But yeah. Top lane, something's going up top. Maokai, you can see, is coming up. But Wukong does manage to pick up the kill, and will he get away? I'm not sure. Potentially he will. Now, I do have TP this game, and basically I did take the TP to counter the Ryze roam, which obviously we don't have, because the Ryze doesn't have TP up top. He's taken Ignite. Wukong manages to survive, so well played on his part. So, TP right now, I'm pretty annoyed that I did take TP, but how did I know that I'm going to have Kha'Zix mid Ryze top? Yeah, you see the occasional Ryze top in like Voyboy stream, but yeah. So right now I'm just kind of thinking, what am I going to build? I've got this Fairy Charm, I need to build it into something, you may as well spend all the gold you have in your inventory when you're back. Bot lane, gank coming in, and good pull by Ali, well played to him, and MF does pick up the kill. Kirby's tanking at the tower, double kill for MF, and as you can see, and there's a Kha'Zix, oh boy. So yeah, I did call SS there, and they would probably had to expect a Kha'Zix coming in. So that's actually pretty damn good by their Kha'Zix. Picked up the double kill, and he also got the oracles from the Nautilus. Pretty early oracles, to be fair. It only lasts 5 minutes, so there's not going to be a whole lot of wards on the map at 13, 14 minutes. But yeah, he picked one up, and obviously has early lost it. So I am pushing the mid lane as much as I can. Get rid of his Mo boots, but he still comes at me. Kha'Zix as well. So I know I'm going to die here. There's no thing about it. So I'll try to burst him as much as I can. As you can see, my AoE is beast. Managed to pick up one. Do I get the second? I go into W to get the armor buff, but no, I don't. So I managed to pick up one, and as you can see, my damage is getting there. It is really getting there. Nearly got a double kill from when they were both at full health. So yeah, I'm fairly confident at this stage. That wasn't terrible. Quite happy with that. And yeah, just take the death. I knew I was going to die. If you know you're going to die, don't burn summoners unless you... Well, burn a summoner if you want to get a kill, but if you know you're going to get the kill, you know. Don't burn an ignite if you know you're not going to get it, because when you come back to lane, that gives you lane pressure. So my health potion, I don't really need them anymore because, you know, they don't heal a whole lot compared to this stage of the game. And I pick up an amp tome. As you can see, our Sona is just constant harass on the top of the screen on that Alistair. Moving in on the Corki, seeing if they can do anything. Now, MF Sona is a very good lane. If you are looking for a bot lane duo, you know, what kind of combo you can go, I would recommend MF Sona. It's pretty damn good at level 6, obviously locking down the ultimates together. But also, Sona is very good early game. And also is an MF, obviously. She is the old early game bully. She is still an early game bully. But, you know, you have Draven now that is in there as well. So, yeah, Kha'Zix is missing. We don't have any wards top, so he could be anywhere at this point. I'm a bit, you know, don't know really where he is, and he's waiting in this bush. So that's a bit unfortunate for me. I might get away, I'm not entirely sure, and nope, he kills me. So that's my bad, just walking through a bush unwarded. Obviously, Kha'Zix's strength is, you know, waiting in a bush for somebody and basically just leaping and killing them. So that's something you should never do. That was my fault entirely for dying. Well played to that Kha'Zix, baiting, well, not really baiting, but just waiting in the bush, being patient and getting that kill. Bot lane and top lane. Top lane manages to pick up the kill on Ryze. As I said early in this game, I don't know why they put Ryze up top against Wukong. Wukong's just going to shred all that armor anyway, and you know, if a Wukong gets on top of a Ryze, he's probably dead. Bot lane as well, getting another kill, so well played to the bot lane. Now I'm going to TP to this ward, go for the Kha'Zix. So here we go, I'm TPing in, and see if we can get a kill. Top tower goes down, Kha'Zix goes full out on our Nautilus, but incoming with, you know, I'm coming from the ward. Bam, I think I managed to get the stun, yes I do, and again, I think a Q, bam, get the kill. Shut down, 500 gold, and an assist for the Nautilus, so overall pretty damn good. That's the first time I used TP this game, and, you know, it pays off pretty damn good. So that's something always look for wards that you can surprise people from behind, that type of thing. Bursting this Maokai down just to, you know, make him go away. So this is a free tower mid, one shot, and there we go, mid tower gone. So that is one thing to note. I got mid tower around the same time as the Kha'Zix. That's pretty good going as a, you know, NAP. If you're an AD mid, you should be pressuring tower pretty heavily, especially if you're a Kha'Zix or a Zed, because you do have roaming, you know, power really, I would call it. You can just go around different lanes and clean up, especially as a Kha'Zix, because obviously you get the reset with the jump. But yeah, get that early tower as a AD mid, and then start roaming, start feeding your team, start, you know, just controlling the game, controlling the map, and it should be quite an easy win for you. So blue's just come up, I'm going to go ahead and go get that. Bot lane just continuing to farm. If you're a support and you're watching this, you know, try and give your AD the best chance of getting that CS. Stand in the way, take a little bit of free damage, sure, don't go crazy, but, you know, just easy, like, just make it as easy as possible for your AD. That's basically how I would say to support. Top lane, again, as you can see, getting a kill quite easily now for this Wukong. Ryze can't really do anything, as I will say again. Don't know why they put Ryze up top. Kha'Zix returning to mid. Yep, just doing a bit of free poke, and yeah, I just did a bit of poke on him, so it's not a terrible trade. Maokai just comes from random. I don't even know where he came from. He must have been like waiting near our bot, you know, tower bush to the left, trying to get a gank on them potentially. Maybe they were trying to 4-man dive. I have no idea where he came from. So obviously we don't have wards around that area right now, as they haven't. The Sona has not based. Obviously he is based now, so he will be picking up the wards now. As you can see, he's done that in the chat. If you just looked. If I just saw a quick glimpse, there you go, CS. I'm pretty damn even with the Kha'Zix. I think he's like 3 ahead. So that's not bad. Maybe I should be ahead. But obviously I have been pressured quite badly this game. Got a few kills. I'm currently positive. Maokai's been in mid a couple of times, not too often, but yeah, it's been okay this game. Right now, I'd probably go on the lead on the Kha'Zix, but then the Kha'Zix and the Maokai find our Sona warding the dragon, so they manage to pick up a free kill on their Sona, which, you know, always look for if you're a jungler and a mid laner. I stopped the Maokai going up behind. I knew he was probably going to look for that. And yep, just pick up that sapling and just head back to mid. Obviously, your W does give you a speed boost, but a lot of the time, sometimes it isn't even worth using. I use it occasionally if I'm just in the mood, really, because I don't even think it gives you that benefit. By the time you actually use the cooldown, kit it back off, you know, you probably would have been there. Kha'Zix is most likely coming down, but he actually turns back as soon as he sees the MF, you know, just running a little bit back. I saw Maokai hovering around mid. Obviously, he's looking for a gank, and there he is again. I knew he was there, so I just back off, play safe, don't need to be there, because if them two jump on me, I will be dead at this stage. Kha'Zix is fairly strong. He has picked up his tier pretty damn late, but that will be charging fairly quickly. Kha'Zix again looking to go top. Obviously, we do have that warded, and bam, we can see him going top. Pick up this cannon minion, and I'm on my way top myself, seeing if we can, you know, get a team fight going or a little 3v3 skirmish. Now, honestly, they do engage a little bit earlier from me. They get there for a combo, and here we go. Do my ultimate. Bam, bam, bam. Get like one of them, and we're just going for another. Fail flash by the Maokai. Fail Q by our Nautilus. Kha'Zix gets out with really low health as well. And yeah, it's a 1-for-1 right now, so not terrible. Could have been better. I could have got another kill if I was probably closer, if I'm honest. But no, it was okay, I suppose. I do a really bad thing there. I flash, and he basically just jumps my flash. So that was my bad. That was just basically me greeding, which you never really should do. Basically, this has been an okay trade because we managed to pick up their blue buff for free. Always nice to steal buffs away. Also going for their wolves, or I help our Nautilus get their wolves. And just head to mid tower. Going to put a little bit of damage on the mid tower right now. I completely missed that Q there. I don't even know what happened. So, yeah, just farming up a little bit more. That Maokai is insanely quick right now. He obviously has movement speed quints and mobility boots because no way he would be that quick otherwise. Right, their rise is on their way down, as you can see, but none of us are scared of him right now. He's been owned in lane. Maokai just running, passing if he can do anything. He always does that. He just runs in the middle of the lane, and it's like, well, that's not a gank. So, yeah, I don't like junglers that just run into the middle of the lane. Go back, I pick up my Leander's Torment. Pretty good against this team. They are fairly tanky in health, so this item should be able to burn through them quite well. Now, they are going to pick up the Dragon, which I don't think we can do anything right now. Now, Ryze positions himself quite badly. He's basically positioning himself to flash out if anything happens. Now, that's arguable as a Ryze because you have brilliant AoE. So, yeah. Top lane, we've told Wukong, I think, to get top tower if it is still up. As that will kind of nearly cover the losses for Dragon. Not totally, but it would nearly cover them. So, Ryze is a mid against me with the Alistair right now. Not much to say right now. The game slowed down after that dragon, just farming up the mid lane. Ali tries to W, then combo the Q onto me. That's actually quite clever, but he doesn't manage to get on into it. Unfortunate for him. So yeah, this game slowed down. Don't know really where most of them are. I might go for a deep ward. Yeah, I do a deep ward. So that is basically to, if there's no minion wave there, then we still have vision of that area. Obviously missing the tower, you still want to have vision. So I'll always put a deep ward eventually later in the game. Now, Maokai does a really weird thing here. Now, we don't even know. Like, we don't know if that's path thing. That wasn't a DC, because, yeah, you see him moving up there. It wasn't a DC. It wasn't, maybe him derping. But we do think it was just a pathing issue. Going for the Alistair. Do manage to get the stun just. And, you know, going for the kill still. Ward over there, but no. MF picks up the kill, which is arguably really good. I don't pick any kills up in that. I just get 2 assists. Now, that is one thing I will say to this game. I think my score at the end is quite funny. I can't really remember, though. So we'll just wait and see till the end of the game. I missed that Q, which is unfortunate. I don't really think that would have been a kill, but potentially it might. He's got no mana. Do get a free burst on him, so he might have to go back, but he stays around. I don't know why he's staying, as if we do catch on to him, then, you know, we will kill him. Now, again, the differences between Platinum and Bronze, really. Nautilus was just basically saying, go for the tower, don't need to go the kills, but he basically tunnel visions into them, and he might die. Yeah, he goes down. So that is totally Kirby's fault. We literally tell on comms, we're not going for kills, we are going for the tower. But no, he basically baits, you know, if he just stayed on the tower, we would have been out way by then. And yeah, we all die. So that is poor play by Kirby, and we did bring him up on that on comms. Now, a lot of people in League of Legends aren't just like, get one thing back out, get one thing back out. A lot of people go, let's get everything. You don't need to get everything. A little thing at a time works, you know, brilliantly. That tower, in the end of the day, is 150 gold for the whole team, every single member. And now that's given them Baron pressure. That one bad play has given them Baron pressure and probably will get Baron. Now I'm thinking to TP in. But the Baron is going down quite quick, and my teammates aren't really close. So I am looking for the TP. I start TPing, but the Baron's already down, so I do cancel my TP. So that was obviously half the cooldown of the TP. I tell my team I've cancelled, and they basically stop, you know, going to them. Now, excuse the LOL ping. I probably do have LOL on, and someone's probably whispering me, so you might hear that occasionally. Now, right now, I am 3-3-3. Not a terrible score, not great. 194 CS. Again, not bad at the 26-minute mark. Could be better, though. But yeah. They've got Baron now. I'd say we're still an okay seat. The game's never over once the enemy team has Baron, unless they're like 10 kills ahead or maybe more. You always can win a game. But yeah, just trying to farm up a little bit more, get my blue buff, and basically what you do against a team that has Baron, if you're still in the lead and your enemy has managed to get Baron, push waves. Basically make them unable to use the Baron. That's what MF's doing, that's what Sona's doing. Top lane, they managed to kill the Ryze, because this Ryze did not have a good game. They put the Ryze in the lane that he will never win, basically. And them two just managed to get the kill, as well as pushing the top wave. Sona's pushing the mid, and MF again is pushing the bot wave. So we're basically saying to them, right, you got Baron, okay, that will make you stronger, but we're making you so that you can't use your Baron. Blue buffs up. These two do go kind of deep. This is very arguable in these two. You know, they have Baron in the end of, you know, the day. If more people came, they'd be dead. So yeah, it was okay play. They just have to know when to back out, which they do back out, as obviously they don't have the damage from me or the MF. Bot wave, we've got their tier 2 turret while they have Baron. Perfect way to deal with a Baron is a split and push. That is basically the best way. We've got a minion wave in their base now. Top wave, we probably need to push that a little bit more. Bot wave, obviously, at their base towers. So yeah, this is the way we deal with Baron. There are other ways, you know, just avoid them completely. But we kind of take it as, yeah, sure, one of us may get caught if we are split, but not all of us will. If you're grouped as a team and you force a team fight while the enemy team has Baron, you could lose the game there and then. But if they kill one of you, but you're getting towers in the process, it's a fair trade. Pushing the mid wave again. Obviously, Eben, who is the Wukong, has got returned top to push that. And again, you know, as I was saying, we're just basically pushing until their Baron is gone. As soon as you see their Baron gone, you will see us probably group and basically go for the team fight then. You can see I've picked up my Zhonya's now, so if they do decide to dive on me, then they can't. So Dragon's up in a couple of seconds, doing a little bit of Xerath jig there, and you see me do another dirt moment. They were going to go for the Wukong, which I would have gone for him, but they don't. They might not have wards. That kind of tells us they won't have wards in their own jungle because they don't know where they are. Fail that Q. Dirt moment number 2 with Q. And yeah, just getting another free dragon. So this, again, is probably extending our lead in gold. Obviously, we've got a lot more towers than them. They have a Baron on the shore. But yeah, we're probably still in the lead. Now, they are probably on their way. We are still in their red buff. And this is the point that we should group. We're telling our Nautilus to come in. I get some nice damage on them. One big Q. And incoming a team fight. Nautilus is coming from behind. And me and MF and Sona are basically grouping. Us three are going to protect each other. Eben and Nautilus are in the middle. We're basically trying to take care of this Kha'Zix, as he is a hell of a pain in a team fight. So the team fight's not looking great. The Wukong goes down, but all of them are hella low. So here we go, doing as much damage as you can. Maokai goes deep on us. Basically, as you can see, this whole team fight, us three just stay as a whole team. We are starting to split now, as they're all pretty damn low. And yeah, I missed the Q, and that is my bad. Totally my bad, or why I died. Kha'Zix gets the reset E, and I'm probably dead here again. Get my Q on him, and does another jump. So really well played by this Kha'Zix, but does go down eventually. So well played by the Kha'Zix, good play by him. But yeah, we do manage to win that team fight overall. He does get the ace somehow on Corki. I don't even know. Maybe Corki came back. I think I was pressing tab at the time. So that does give us this tower, I believe, eventually. And maybe inhib, depending how long they're down for. Rises up, but we basically tell him, he's not much of a threat. The Maokai is quite strong, tanky-wise. So maybe back off after getting the tower, which, yep, I think he does do. Maybe. Keeps pushing it, but yeah, there we go. He backs off. Excuse the occasional tab. Obviously, as I said, this is basically me streaming and using the VoD from the stream. Obviously, there is no sound. If you've watched the videos in the past, I have music playing, and with all copyright stuff and licenses, I don't really want to get involved with that type of thing on YouTube. So yeah, for now it's gonna just be muted. Eventually, well, I'm praying that LoLreplay comes back very soon. Now I have been thinking about maybe trying to get some free licensed music. I know of an area that you can go get it. So maybe starting, I'm not going to do it in this one because I want to get this video out today, but I might start in like the VoD commentaries where there's not much going on other than my voice sound-wise. I might put some just music in the background, just, quite quietly, but it's just something to fill in just when I'm not speaking. I might have it playing all the time, but yeah, maybe I'll put some music in for you guys so it's not as probably boring when I'm not speaking. Blue buff has spawned, so I'm heading over to blue buff just to go pick that up. A lot of pressure in mid. Now that is a mistake. Our AD carry decided to lead, which you should never do as an AD carry. Got, jumped on by the Maokai. Kha'Zix and Corki also jumped on her, or him rather. And yeah, they just picked up basically most of our damage. Never lead as an AD carry. It's never going to end well. And yeah, that was a dirt moment by our AD. They should never have been that deep really because I was not there. Basically, we do have pretty good wave clear, so we're just trying to wave clear as best as we can until MF is back up. Now, we're telling Kirby at this point, because we know his mindset, he basically just wants to get kills. We're telling him we're not going in to engage, we just want to push them out until MF comes. Now, if you look at top turret in their base, there's a lot of blue there that minions are starting to, kind of form against the red. So that's free pushing. They're going to have to go deal with that. So that basically gives us, a little bit of time for MF to get back up. Baron's just spawned, I think. So I'm just going to head over and get the blue, and then we'll go probably and get Baron. Now, I'll just briefly talk about this skin on Xerath. It's a pretty nice skin. Now, one thing I have to complain about is, as you can see, when he presses Q, I think as well as ultimate, that Q there, the lines of where it's going to go are blue. When he's like a magma skin, I would have really liked it if they made it like the orange magma colour. It would have made it look a lot nicer. But still, what can you do? It's only, I think, a 975 skin. So it's not really a legendary. It's not a 1350. And they're the kind of points where they actually do change them kind of things. So they're obviously looking for Baron pressure right now. They've picked up the Oracles, clearing out our wards. So we're not going to engage on them until we know. Now, I tell my team, pull the Baron, because as soon as, they're pulling, we should fight. But here we go, team fight. MF's at the back, and immediately me and Sona head over to the MF, basically just to protect. But the Kha'Zix does decide to go for me. MF, as you can see on the top of the screen, is getting damaged down, but does actually, survive while she was getting damaged. Now, arguably, he may have got a pentakill there, but I didn't risk it. The Nautilus probably could have delayed the Corki enough
so she could have gone and got that kill. But I do pick up the Kazakhs just basically as a safeguard of I don't want anybody else to die. I'm just going to pick up the kill. I don't care about pentakills, that type of thing. Pushing up the mid, obviously they're doing Baron. I don't do a lot to Baron as an AB caster, so yeah, I decide not to go. They pick it up nice and easily, and yep, got the Baron now. Ahead in kills again. At this point, I'm 4-4-10 with 245 CS. Item-wise, I am looking for my death cap. I'm nearly there, a couple hundred gold off, so I do tell my team I'm getting the wolves here, the race here, while he gets the red buff. Still farming, trying to get it. Now, we were laughing on Vent about stealing the Penta, and I said that won't be the only thing I steal, and I tried to steal the red buff, but was, unlucky not to get it. Well, kind of unlucky at the same time. It's good that it went on the MF, but it would have been really funny if I got it there. Going for the dragon alone right now, waiting for my team to come, as obviously getting this dragon will allow me to get the death cap, which will increase my damage by quite a lot. And yep, Nautilus is coming over to help. It's a little bit of a risky dragon, as if the enemy team, I do believe they are up now, so if they did decide to home guard to dragon, they would probably be there in time. Base, relatively near dragon, we do feel quite comfortable right now, although we don't have much vision of them, we don't think they'll be around dragon. Pick up the death cap, so immediately my AP has gone up. I've got now 522 AP, which is, a pretty good amount. They will continue to go up more as this game goes on. So yeah, pretty good AP, amount right now. And still got that Zhonya's to survive if the Kazakhs were to jump on me again, that type of thing. Yeah, the game's going quite well. Nearly at 250 CS. I will probably get over 200 CS right now. Yep, 251 and climbing. Now, I think this was the game that I remembered that our MF, who is Patsy, he's a very good AD, and he's very good at farming. That's one thing he does do very well. And this may be the game that he nearly gets 400 CS. I can't quite remember. But yeah, getting around 400 CS is pretty good going. Now, obviously, when I press tab in game, I know when I'm pressing tab, so I can literally really quickly look. I memorize the positions of where people are, so if I want to see Kazakhs' stuff, then I know where to look immediately every single time. Pressuring at the inhib, we only want the inhib now. This is one thing we're telling Kirby again, and yet he basically ignores it again. And this is what he does. This is a bit frustrating, but he does ignore calls. He thinks he kind of knows a little bit better, or he's just too enthusiastic to go for kills. The higher elo you go, the more you realise kills aren't everything. Map pressure is. Getting these inhibs are way more important than getting a 1 kill or something. Sure, getting an ace on them would be amazing, but getting the inhibs is just the safer option. Now we've got them 2 inhibs, so we're going to go pressure the top. And we're heading over there right now as a unit. We don't really want to keep splitting from each other. So I'm seeing if I can get any free damage onto the Kazakhs, but unfortunately I can't. Now, one thing I will say about Xerath that I didn't do this game is smart cast indicators. I would actually say they're pretty good on Xerath, although I didn't use them this fight. Now here we go, team fight breaking out, and not great. They pick up our MF straight away. And again, not great right now. Trying to do as much damage as I can just from the side and pressuring as hard as I can, doing as much as I can. They're coming over the wall, jumping for me. Izonia's up, just hoping that they can kill them before, but unfortunately, no, they can't. So that was overall pretty damn, bad for us. Although their base is getting overrun by minions and these guys are chasing. So, if I would probably insert the chase music, as everybody knows the famous chase music right now. Kazak's still chasing the Sona. This is just pure tunnel vision right now. Sure, he'll pick up a little bit of gold, but look at his base. His base is getting overrun by minions, and they probably could use him there. So here we go, and bam, he's dead. So that was just greeding so hard for a kill that he just dies anyway. But so yeah, I do see that quite a lot, and that is a pretty damn common mistake. Talking of common mistakes, it will be coming eventually. They are quite a tedious thing to do. Obviously, getting clips from different things, especially with LoLreplay not working right now, it's going to be quite hard for me to actually find footage. Obviously, I'll be trying to use footage of past videos, but, as I said, it is going to be quite hard to do. So probably my next kind of theory crafting video will be of team comps. I'm going to get that out in the next couple of days, and that will be working around 5v5 team comps. What's worked for us? What do I find good? Maybe giving a couple of examples of LCS team comps. Why did it work for them? And that type of thing. So yeah, that will be coming in the next couple of days. Blue buff spawned again. I've obviously picked up pretty much every single blue buff this game, apart from the first one, and bam, Nautilus steals it, unfortunately, with his dot. So unfortunate for me, but right now I've got the sustain. It would have just been the CDR that I would have loved. But yeah, just returning as a group, pressuring the mid lane, keeping that pushed, always keeping it pushed. And basically that teamfight did not go well because our MF died straight away. So we're basically saying, right, we needed a lot more peel for the MF. She should not die straight away. There should be a Wukong probably on top of her. As you can see in that teamfight, the Wukong totally split, went into their base where he should be basically on top of our MF, just protecting. Again, Nautilus just should be protecting, and Sona should be protecting. There's a lot of protection for an AD carry, but you have to remember, an AD carry is in the name, carry. They will carry you in late game, and mid is there in mid to late game that I should be being able to burst their AD carry. But yeah, we returned to the top lane as is the only place we need. We only need this tower. Sona getting a little bit of damage onto the tower. And basically, as you can see now, we are a unit. We were a little bit split in the other team. We're keeping as a unit. This is learning while in game. This is something you should do. Staying as close as we can to each other. I'm trying to get as much poke. Obviously, Ryze doing a little poke to Sona previously, but obviously as a Sona, she could just heal. Minions starting to overrun their base. We can be just patient. They've got one of the Nexus turrets, and bam, we get that turret nice and easy, and now we're moving on to the inhib. So relatively soon, they're going to have to go for all or nothing, as there are a lot of minions in their base. So we're just like going to just take the tower from underneath, their noses if they're not going to fight us. So it does force a team fight very shortly. Bam, this is my job late game to basically kill their AD carry. And bam, I managed to do that quite easily. And yeah, they managed to kill our MF. Get 1 kill, get 2 kills. Double kill for me. Zonya's up and trying to survive. Get the stun on him. Trying to get away. His GA's popped. I'm just running. It's just going for me, unfortunately. And I do go down. Sona's doing the X-Pekes, trying to finish the game. Wukong does manage to pick up 1 kill, and I do think he gets that kill as well. And bam, double kill. Or not double kill. So there's the game. Pretty good game overall. That was Xerath, guys. Hopefully see you very soon in another video.